Welcome back, everybody. Another Skyrim lighting mod test. And we're going to look at Fort Graymoor today because I realized that even though we looked at a cave, we looked at a Nordic ruin, we looked at some buildings in town, we've not looked at an Imperial fort. And one of the things that's going to be important for my playstyle when I'm going to be really doing my stealthy work, I'm going to be at places like Imperial forts, caves, Nordic ruins, Dwemer ruins, Forsworn camps. So I need to look at some more of these things to get an idea of how the lighting is going to be in those places. And even though the window shadows is really immersive and it's really impressive, in this case, for my upcoming Let's Play, it's going to have to be secondary. I talked about this before, though. So the lighting mods overall, especially in the places, those 5 places I just mentioned, there's few, if any, lights or any windows. You can see there's one there. I mean, I don't know, if there's interior windows for those. Just there may not be. But we're going to look at all 3 lighting mods today, not just one. But we're going to start with ELFX Shadows. Then we're going to, I'll pop out a game, I'll swap out, put in Lux, then we'll go through here again. And then I'll jump out a game and swap it out for Relighting Skyrim and ELE. And the next big question is, am I going to come through here and send out my summonses to beat up all the bandits? And I thought, man, I don't know. Do I really want to do that 3 times over? That seems a little too much. So I thought, I'll just turn off AI detection. But that's really not much fun. So I decided on a little compromise here. We're going to beat up all the bandits this time. But when we swap out lighting mods for the other 2, I'll toggle off AI detection so we won't have to bother with them. But not this time. I'm a big fan of shock therapy. Especially when it's being applied to others. Oh, really? Headshot on a moving target? I find that hard to believe. Well, this is my summons. And that's my summons' summons. That's how we do with summoner limits, right, man? Alright, let's get in here and check this out. And once again, this is ELFX Shadows. Wow. Nice. This is pretty good. This is, well, I don't want to make any comparisons yet. I was going to say it's lighter in here than Relighting Skyrim and ELE. But that's because I've used this before, and I mentioned once before that playlist on my channel, Legend of the Necrosassin. This was the first video in that series was here, and I was using Relighting Skyrim and ELE, and it's quite dark in here. We'll see that a little bit later when we swap them out. Whoa. Nice job, fellas. And we got a window there. Now see, this one doesn't look like it has the window shadows effect, but there is some white illumination around here, and I think I described that before as fill light. It's what I have in my house mod. But the lighting in the fireplace looks fantastic. It's very bright inside the fireplace, as it should be, because there's a fire in there. And it's casting shadows out here. We've got a little bit of a light source right here. can see how the ceiling is illuminated. Uh-oh, it's crowded now. My guys win again. Alright, that's probably everybody. Hey guys, take off. We need to get a overall look at the lighting in here. I think for my playstyle, the overall lighting here is a little bit bright. I can darken it with the ENB again. In fact, let's take a look at that's ENB off, ENB on. And I can darken it a little bit with the ENB. I also have to look at the areas of light and shadow, because just darkening with the ENB isn't always going to be enough. Again, I like the lighting from that fireplace. It's going to be interesting to see how this looks with the other lighting mods and be able to compare them. The overall light level is a little bit lighter than I'd like, but it's... Here we got some light coming in from that window. But I had to keep an eye on that, because another thing I have to consider is not just my play style, but the fact that I'm recording and uploading it. So although I want the interiors to be darker, I can't make them too dark, but because then when it gets uploaded, then you can't see what's going on. So it's the... I talked about that before, like striking a balance between what I, the player, want and what I, the creator, need. Yeah, I wish it didn't come to that. Yeah, I really wish the videos I uploaded would look exactly the way they do in-game, but unfortunately it's not the case. Oh, while we're here, let's run and check this place. Let's see, should we try something else? A little fire, maybe? Let's see what embers can do. That's outside, right? Yeah. And that's outside. Alright, come on, get out of the way. You know, there is another aspect to lighting. Well, not just lighting, but any kind of mod, whether it's a retexture mod or usually some kind of graphical enhancement, is that is it pleasing to the eye? And I think I described this once before about how certain ENBs, like Mythical, like Re-engaged, they make my eyes happy, and I guess that's kind of a stupid way to say it, but you know, it's when people say it's pleasing to the eye, and that's usually the first, your initial reaction when you go in game and you see something for the very first time. Your initial reaction is, does it kind of make your eyes smile? sounds kind of weird, but you know, do you have a positive first impression? Behind you, dude. Go deal with that thing. What's the matter with you? What's wrong with you, man? Would you know that guy? You have some friend of yours? I tell you, it's hard to find good help these days. So yeah, these shadow casting lights are terrific. Very nice. Very, very nice. So in full disclosure, I've used ELFX before. For a couple of years, I've used Relighting Skyrim and ELE for a couple of years. I've used RLO, Realistic Lighting Overhaul, for a couple of years. In full disclosure, I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but just to let everybody know, I have used, well, I haven't used Lux before, but the other two I have used these before. Although the ELFX Shadows is something new. Wait a minute, we were already up here, I think. Oh, we got to go down a level. There's not much left. We've seen most of it already. I think we can go down this way or the other direction. Oh, it's the crapper. At the top of the stairs. That's weird. That thing was down, but it hadn't been tripped yet. Ow. Well, I can't say I really need a torch in here. It's not quite that dark. If you don't know, this thing goes outside. You can sneak in this way. This is how I got in when I did my Legend of the Necroassassin. The lighting in here is really nice. This looks good. This looks really, really good. I think I would probably turn down the overall brightness a little if I were to go with this mod. But also keep in mind, I'm going to be using Mythical ENB, unless I see another ENB that I want to use, and so far I haven't, so most likely I'm going to stay with that. So if you're looking at these and trying to decide which one to use in your game, if you're using a different ENB or no ENB, your results may be a little different than mine. So I encourage you to try them all. You know, it can't hurt to swap them out, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I will jump out of game and I'll pop in Lux and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back, and this time we are going to be taking a look at Lux. So let's see what we get. And again, AI detection is turned off, so we can wander through here without being too harassed. It is darker in here overall. That's the first thing I notice. Looks like the light source is a little bit darker as well. You see that chandelier, there's no light source there. Even the candles are, I don't know, they've been replaced with something. Fireplace looks really good. Nice illumination here. That's interesting. There's not even any candles in that chandelier. Hey, stupid.
I'm gonna start keeping a knife in my boot.
Yeah?
They're getting disarmed.
Yes, definitely a bit darker in here. I think the light sources are... I think they're more dim, but I think they still have the same radius. It's a little hard to tell, though.
Some scuba. The imported stuff. Just one last time.
Whoa. That's quite pronounced. That's your window shadows in action right there.
Of springtime in Ostro's Mackay.
Go to the college, Dawson. Use your smarts, he said. Yeah, like I'm supposed to figure out which college he meant.
Very nice. Very nice. Boy, this is really tough when you look at these. All these lighting mods, and even RLO, which I'm not reviewing now, but I've used before quite a bit. They're all really nice. They all have their pros and cons, and it's really hard trying to say, well, which ones... You know, I hate to use the term best. You know, this is the best lighting mod, this is the best grass mod, this is the best tree mod. I hate using that term because what one person likes the most is not the same as another person. We all have different likes and dislikes. So, I mean, I don't think that's accurate. And I think it's a disservice to modders too, because, you know, I've never made a mod as complex as a lighting mod, but I've made a few, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. Oh, we gotta check out this area. Huh. A knife and a tankard right here by the door, and a pair of boots. Oh, I wonder what that's about. Yeah, I just think that's kind of a disservice to modders to say, well, this mod's better than that mod, and it's like, well, it's not necessarily better, it's just some people may have different likes and dislikes, and, you know, what one person likes better doesn't mean that's a better mod. But again, it's great that we have the options that we do have. Here we go with some more window lighting. Yeah, I mean, I love the immersion this brings. But sometimes I have to try and disassociate myself from that, and, you know, take into account what my playstyle is going to be. I don't think those were there, those two by the door. I'm not sure if that lantern was there either. This looks like a custom lantern. It's kind of cool. That's nice. Yeah, I miss not beating up on these guys, but we can't do that every time. That's just a little too much. We're supposed to be looking at the lighting. You know what I mean? Yeah, this part looks very different. The lighting from these... I don't even know if it was candles in here before. There were definitely some more noticeable light sources. I don't think this was here. Or maybe it was over in the corner. Still got the shadow caster there. But, you know, I talked before about one of the things that mod authors do when it comes to lighting mods is to move light sources around and, again, put them where they should be and take them away from places they shouldn't be. But sometimes they will move the lights around as well, not just the light sources. So these two, I'm not sure these were here with ELFX. So this may have added these and removed something else. So it's not just the light sources, but lights as well in some cases. Not everywhere, but... So that's a little bit foggy there, but, you know, still pretty good effect. Alright, I think we have the back area. Let's go. We'll go the same. We'll travel the same route.
What was he thinking? Fool never saw me pull the ace out of my boot.
Nice shadowcaster up there. Oh, look, he got some light for, you know, when you have to do a little reading. Well, you know. See, once again, this thing is down. It's supposed to be up here, so when you hit the wire... Weird. Kind of want a torch right here. I'm wondering, how dark this is going to be when it gets uploaded. This area is a little bit darker. I think there was another light right here.
Pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city of free man.
Some more window lights.
Gonna start keeping a knife in my boot.
Why? Tired of getting disarmed? Another fireplace. This looks nice. Oh, we didn't check the storeroom before.
Thinking. Fool never saw me pull that ace out of my boot.
Yeah, well.
Should have known she was lying. Said she'd wait for me, but they never.
Alright, that is Lux at Fort Graymoor. So once again, let me hop out, swap out lighting mods, and we'll come back and we'll look at Relighting Skyrim and ELE. Alright, we're back, and this time it is going to be Relighting Skyrim and ELE, or Enhanced Lighting for E and B. Let's do a little walk in here. Well, we have some defined areas of light and shadow. These light sources seem a bit brighter than I remember. Like that one seems a little bit brighter. This whole room is a lot lighter than I remember. Got nice illumination from the fireplace, but it's not a shadow casting light. That's a little disappointing. That's not disappointing, it just makes me a little sad. I mean, the immersion factor that it brings is significant. So far, this is a lot lighter than I remember. I should try to talk more clearly. It is possible the reason for that is because I was either using a different ENB or no ENB at the time. And we're going back about, I don't know, 3 years, 4 years maybe, so it's possible on an older system I wasn't using an ENB. Because it couldn't handle that in the grass mod, the tree mod, the water mod, everything else. And we've got some window lights here, which I'm a little surprised with, because the version of Relighting Skyrim that I have in here does not include window shadows. We'll see if there's any more of that in the lower parts. Get out of the way, tough guy.
Might pay off my bounty this time. Walk into the city of free man.
Wow, this is a lot lighter than I remember. I mean, it looks nice, don't get me wrong. It's just that when I came here before, it was much, much darker. And I'm thinking now, if I did have an ENB, in at that time, I probably would have made the interiors a little bit brighter, because there were spots that it was just really, really dark. Let's check out the prison. Well, this has got the lights by the doors. See, when I did that Necrosassin video, I was tucked away over in the corner right here. And those guys were wandering around, didn't see me. But I'm kind of thinking they would now. That corner right there was just pitch black dark. And they walked right past me and right up to me and didn't see me. And that was with Raid. Okay, looks like there's a little bit of window lighting here, but not necessarily window shadows. I don't know. This is a COC character, so there shouldn't be any carryover from you know, a previous save or anything. This is a little bit darker right here.
I'll never do another span in that stinking jail. Rather die than give myself up.
This area is a little more well lit. Yeah, this one has it here too. I don't remember this thing being right here. I guess maybe it always is.
Gonna start keeping a knife in my boot. Tired of getting disarmed.
Well, that one's a shadow caster, and it kind of looks like that one is as well. I'll have to come back and watch these several times over, all of these, and the other videos I've watched several times over. You know, I'm still trying to decide, and I know some viewers have asked if I'd made a decision which one I'm going to go with, and I still haven't, which is pretty sad, but, you know, it's a big decision. Lighting is one of those things that's really sets the I don't know what's the word. The immersion of your game is so hugely affected by the lighting. It's one of those things you want to make sure you get just what you want. Shadowcaster up there. Pass by the crapper, hold your breath. See, this area should be almost pitch black right here. Well, this is interesting. With I didn't think I'd be saying this, but Lux, this area was darker with Lux than with this combination. I did not expect that. If you want to see what I'm talking about, on my channel there is that playlist, The Legend of the Necrosassin. Watch episode 1, because I come through here, Fort Graymoor, first video, and you'll see how dark it is. The difference is quite significant. I was going back and forth between using Predator Vision and Night Eye just so I could see where everybody was and see where I was going. And again, I'm not sure about why these lights are being cast in here, because this is not the version of Relighting Skyrim that has the window shadows. Is this a shadow casting light? Well, there's a shadow casting light in here somewhere. I'm seeing a shadow right there, but there's no shadows from this table.
Once was a woman, fair as an evening, a springtime in old Rosmakai.
What are y'all doing? Still, fireplaces look very nice. Yeah, there's a shadow right there. I guess it doesn't quite reach the table. That's understandable. That's a bit of a stretch. Well, that makes me wonder if maybe there is one here. Yeah, there is. It just doesn't quite reach out to the table and chairs. Alright, my mistake. Alright, well, man, I don't know. All three of these look good in different areas, I guess. Yeah, this is a really tough choice. You know, I got to consider my playstyle. I got to consider which lighting mod best helps with that or works with that. And I have to consider I'm going to be recording and uploading. I can't have videos that are too dark because then if you're watching, all you see is nothing. And that's no good. I mean, you can watch the videos for the entertainment factor because I am a humorous person. Okay, that was a bit of a stretch, I get it. But, I mean, you want to be able to see what's going on. I mean, that's half the point. And if you can't see what's going on, then it's you're not going to watch it. And I wouldn't blame you. Alright, well, that's going to be it. Let me see, I need something for a thumbnail. What looks like it'll be a good thumbnail? Something like this, maybe? There we go. Alright, that's going to do it for now. Hopefully this will help you, and hopefully it will help me. I've got a decision to make. I may still do another one. We're going through a Dwemer ruin, and I'm also kind of thinking of Lost Knife Hideout. For some reason, I kind of want to see how that looks. It's a cave, and I know we already looked at Embershard Mine, but this is a cave and a fairly large one, so it's got some varied interiors. But we'll see. I'm kind of busy. I got 3 mods I'm working on at the same time, so it's a lot to do. Anyway, that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you next time.